Hey guys, welcome to Meditation Moments. Today's episode, we are going to talk about the difference between your inhale and your exhale. I'm not going to get super deep into anatomy, but I am going to have a little bit of anatomy if you want to pause it and take notes if you're really into what we're doing here. So, our entire lives, we are told, take a deep breath. The doctor starts that when we're young. Then your parents or your friends or maybe your significant other, when you get stressed out, says, you just need to take a couple deep breaths, when you're stressed. So what do? We go, even at the doctor's office, breathe in. Okay, breathe in. No one tells you what to do with your exhale. So the biggest thing that I learned in yoga, maybe not the biggest, but one of the biggest, it's a key thing, is that the exhalation is what allows you to relax and go deeper in your movement, in your posture, in your flexibility. The exhale is super important and nobody ever teaches us that. So let me give you a little bit of anatomy. The lungs are just airbags. They don't work on their own. They use the muscles that you choose to use to inflate and deflate. So up here, you've got these little tiny muscles called your intercostals. They're like these little, it's like this little spiderwebby, veiny looking pattern of muscles. And they're tiny, and that's why when you get stressed, everything goes up here. And this is your parasympathetic nervous system. So this is your fight or flight response. What do? You get a tight chest. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I'm stressed. I have anxiety. I'm hyperventilating. That's all because of this. That's all happening up here. Right here is our diaphragm, which is like this big, almost like an umbrella-shaped muscle, huge, biggest muscle we have in our torso, and we don't train it, we don't use it. So we take these big breaths all up here when we have this lovely muscle down here that we could use that works so much better, is so much healthier for us, and we don't train it. Just like any other muscle at the gym, we should train your diaphragm. That's another episode, we will get into that another time. I just wanted to give you the anatomy. So when you're breathing, instead of breathing up here, eventually I'm going to train you how to breathe down here. But for now, I want to talk about the length of your breath. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of jump right into it. And what I want you to do is I want you to find your easy seat. If you watched the first episode, then you know that you need to be in a nice straight line with your spine from top crown of your head to your tailbone. Chin should be level with the floor. A chair is fine as long as you're sitting up nice and straight. I don't want you leaning back or hanging out all slumped down. So if you can't sit and this is not an accessible posture for you, sit in a chair. Find your positioning, bring your hands to the edge of the knees, and close your eyes. And just all we're going to do is start with a few natural breaths, whatever that looks like for you. Notice the quality, the depth, the length of your breath, and just breathe naturally. On your next inhale, I want you to count how long it is at the cadence of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. All I want you to do is just count the length of your inhale. And you only have to do maybe 2 to 3 rounds. It should be about the same. Then stop the counting. Just take a natural breath. And then on your next breath, I want you to simply count your exhale. Same cadence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. And just count that for a few rounds. Now you can go ahead and slowly open your eyes, let the light back in. You know your numbers, I don't, it's perfectly fine. Typically, stereotypically, The inhale is much longer than the exhale in most people. It doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you. If anything, it's quite the contrary. If your breath is even or your exhale is longer, you're good. That's the goal. That's where we're heading, is to try to even the breath first and foremost, then eventually maybe elongate your exhale. Because that exhale then, that kicks in your sympathetic nervous system and kicks in the diaphragm as you exhale and relax and let go and elongate, chill. So, all right, shake everything out, come back into your easy seat. Take a deep breath, let it out through the mouth. Close the eyes if they're not already closed. And we're gonna start by matching the exhale to the inhale. So if your inhale was 4 counts and your exhale was 3, I want you to try to get your inhale the same as it was to 4 and your exhale to 4. So that's what we're going to start with. So if yours is 5, then your exhale, try to get it to 5. And that's all I want you to do. So again, the count, the cadence is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you would exhale the same, if that's your number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now at this point, you're still breathing through your nostrils. Relax your tongue, your eyes, and your jaw. Let's do maybe 1 or 2 more rounds. Go at your own pace. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then just stop the counting, wiggle the fingers, roll the shoulders, come back to your natural breath for a moment. You can open your eyes, you can readjust if you need to. All right, moving on. Close your eyes again, come back to that same easy seat. So the next practice is we're going to try to elongate that exhale. So if your count was 5, now you're going to still inhale. Keep your inhale the same. Whatever your inhale number is, keep it the same. And then try to elongate your exhale by 1 count. So if your inhale's 5, try to elongate your exhale to 6. One way that you can do that is as you exhale, start thinking about drawing your belly button in. So you're starting to engage those low muscles to press that air out. If you think of your breath as a balloon. So when you're ready, you can inhale, you're expanding that belly out a little bit. Start shifting your breath from the chest down towards the belly. And then exhale, the belly deflates. You're pulling it in. 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. Do that again at your own pace. Counting. 1, 2, keep going. Now, if that is a strain for you, I want you to just stay where we are. Just stay at that pattern or take it back to the even breath. So again, if your number's 4 and you're struggling to get to 5, stay at 4. That's perfectly fine today. If you feel like going from 4 to 5 was easy, I want you to go to 6 with your exhale. And we're just gonna, that's as far as we're gonna go today. So 2 counts extra. So again, if you need to make any adjustments, go ahead and do so, and then come back to that count. Inhaling, expanding the belly, and exhaling it out. If trying to shift to the belly breathing is difficult, that's fine. Just breathe where it feels most comfortable. My biggest concern, or maybe not concern, but my goal today is to really focus on that count. Elongating the exhale, evening the breath up. Let's take 1 more breath. Elongate that breath as far out as you can. And then you can release counting and just come back to your natural breath. Now you may start to naturally breathe more evenly. That's really a goal of mine, is to get you to breathe evenly, to try to elongate those exhalations, which helps with stress It will help strengthen those muscles in the torso. Go ahead, bring your hands to prayer, thumbs against the heart. The inner light in me bows down to greet, honor, and love the inner light in each one of you. Namaste. Thank you guys again so much for coming to today's meditation moment. So really, like I said, the goal here is to try to even up your breath. Even if trying to elongate was difficult, this is a practice. Everything we do here is a practice. There is no, I shouldn't use the word goal. I know I said goal a couple times, but there's no goal here. I guess it would be to get you into a practice and a routine of practicing these things on a regular basis. Over time, the more you do them and turn them into a habit, it's going to change your anatomy, it's going to change your breath pattern, it's going to change the way you feel. And that's really what the aim is here. So thank you guys so much for your time. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments below. Be sure and hit subscribe so that you're alerted to all of our new videos as they come up. And thank you guys so much. I hope this video helps you find yourself and love what you find. Namaste.